Hey Royals, this is Mademoiselle Mosley again. I hope everybody's doing fine tonight. Have y'all ever seen somebody leave somebody and they start looking better? You know, when they was in this relationship, they looked horrible, like just dragged out. But as soon as they leave, they look so much better. They were taking their energy. They were taking your energy and dogging you with it. That's what they were there doing. They was dragging you out with your own energy. People do it. You be loving on them and men, women both. It ain't just men doing it to women, it's women doing it to men, and however your dynamic of your relationship is, people just be doing it. Children, grandchildren. Anyway. And then when you leave them, they start looking worse. You looking better when you leave them and they start looking worse. What does that tell you? And you leave them, they start looking worse and they lost their energy source. That's why. That's why when people divorce, that's why when people divorce that negative energy source, their life start getting back on course. Of course, you're going to go through the sadness or, just the part of separation, even if it's negative. Sometimes you feel that separation because there is something good about that person, even if it's one thing. It's something good about that person that you may have enjoyed. So when you do sever, even though it's for your good, sometimes it makes you feel bad because you got used to the toxicity. You should never get used to toxicity. That is nothing you need to get used to. So, but I can say this for myself. I don't know about anybody else. Um, Even though my marriage wasn't a marriage of violence or um, it was still toxic due to the simple fact of the matter is that when you are denied or try to be denied of who you are in any aspect, to me, that is abuse. And I'm not talking about you be denied to be a cheater. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about to be yourself. Let me tell you something. If you're worried about someone being unfaithful to you, it's because you've been unfaithful to yourself with other people who weren't faithful to you. People should be allowed to go and do how they choose to do without betraying you. Now, we ain't going for the betrayal. We ain't going for the cheating. We ain't going for all that type of stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. But why you worried about what somebody doing? Do your thing. Get your life together. Work on your job. Get your energy on point. Don't worry about their lack of points. Because if you're going to worry about someone, you might as well just leave. Just go ahead and get your stuff, move on, and live in peace, to say the least. And there's a good thing to check up on your mate. Babe, you good? Sweetheart, you all right? To make sure they good. But all of that control and that possessiveness, that stuff is cray cray. You don't have to do that. Most people who do that is worried about someone. They probably had abandonment issues. And we've all had some sort of abandonment issues in our lives. I know I have. But I've never been the type of woman to be checking up on my man. Because if he is a man, I think he can check for himself. And if he need for me to know where he's at, he can call me. Now, if it gets a little bit unordinary and I think something may have happened or he might need me or I just let him know that I'm thinking about him, I will call him and check up on him. But I'm not going to be like, oh, you went 3.5 miles. Ain't nobody worry about that. Because there's ditches everywhere. I want to say another word, but I'm going to leave it at ditches. So if this person doesn't know who he is, you cannot safeguard him from everybody. He got to decide, or she has to decide, that she loves herself or himself enough not to give their body away to anybody other than the person to whom they're with. It starts with self-love before you can truly be loved. Okay, let me get with it. So anyway, that's why when people divorce that negative energy source, they start getting their life back on course. Some unions weren't meant to unite. That's and like I said, divorce is not a good thing and it's not a bad thing. Sometimes we weren't supposed to get married. That's all it was. If you go back in your mind and you found the foundational aspect of your marriage, it probably doesn't have much foundation. You know, he cute, you fine. That's no reason to get married. He got money and you got some honey. That's not going to last. It has to be something more, a vision. You know what I'm saying? A decision. You have to live in honesty and truth. You have to deal with life. Period. You can't just play the beautiful game. Let's dress up like Ken and Barbie and drive up to the pink house with the pink car. No, there's a lot more to it. Let me get through with this. So, like I said, some unions weren't meant to unite. The promise to love, honor, and cherish led to you being undernourished. See, how can you promise to love, honor, and cherish when you don't have that? I can't love you if I haven't already loved me. I cannot honor you being unhonorable to me. And I can't cherish you if everything I do causes it to perish you. So in my cherishing you is bringing you to a spiritual and a mental demise. It comes to no surprise that we're in divorce court. If I tell you all of what you are not and don't never tell you what you are, then we might as well be apart. That makes no sense. You should not get used to mistreatment. That is nothing to get used to. Oh, I know her. I ain't worried about what she's saying. Ain't nobody saying you worried about it, but you're going to waste your life on a title of being a wife. You're going to waste your life on a title of being a husband, and you're not being treated as such or treating him as such. And you think that's okay? Because we have had seeds, we breed it, and we have seeds. So now we're raising up our seeds in this toxic environment. We're teaching them how not to love themselves, but I'm claiming that I love somebody else. That is not how it needs to be done. That is not how it needs to be done. You need to live in the truth of the matter of the fact that you made a pact that you should have never made. You should have packed and left when you knew it wasn't going right. But you kept on spending and spending more nights. Now being that you done spent more nights, and those nights then add up to years, now you over here in tears. And all you can do is stay up late at night and say cheers, take you a drink, or smoke you some smoke to get through this joke, to keep up a facade, to make people think y'all the happy-go-lucky family, and everybody is falling apart because of the duality, because you're not living in reality? Y'all, I don't want that. And I don't want that for you. But if you want to continue to go through and do what you do, it's up to you. And I hope that helped y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, get it before it gets you. I'm out.